So, I am hungry. What? What? What do we do when I'm hungry? We eat. But what do I cook? There's like nothing at home. Well, my good friend, there are some things I could make. There's not that bad of options. You know, I do have some options. I have some healthier version of ordinary pasta. You see, it's polna zornat, which means healthier basically. It's healthier. I don't know how to say it in English. Polna zornat. It is healthier than normal pasta. Uh, I think there. Yeah, we also have sausages. We could also make those. So, wait, which one's which? This one has like a cover thing. This one's healthier because it has less stuff. I don't know, man. It has less stuff in it, so that means it's healthier, right? Probably. What else is in here? Not much else. Wait, I could check the freezer. I have onion rings. I have some spring rolls hidden in the back. Could probably make that in the air fryer. So the onion rings I've tried before. They are way too sweet and mushy. So they're not that good actually. They're kind of so-so. Yeah, I got the spring rolls out. They're covered in ice. That's nice. Put the fish back in. Then oh, the fish smells horrible. Close it. I hate the smell of fish, but I like tuna and I like sushi, so I don't know. Yeah, it's great, cool, right? Anyways, let me move this blender here. Let me move you as well. Just, oh, that works. Nice. Okay, so this is my air fryer. We bought it in Croatia for 70 to 80 bucks. I think it was 80 bucks. It's got a 7.4 liter, compartment. It has how many watts? I know it was a lot of watts when we got it. It has a lot of watts of power, for an air fryer. Damn, I don't know where it reads it. I think it was like, I know it was over 1,000 watts, but I don't know the specific number. Don't know the first two digits, because the last two are zero, so. Oh, it's not plugged in. What a shame. Oh yeah, before I set up the air fryer, I'm gonna get some water boiling for the sausages and for the macaroni. For the macaroni, we're gonna get our scale that's over here. Yep, there it is. Anyways, there's our scale. So we're gonna have like 70 grams of macaroni. It's not a lot, but considering the fact we're also having spring rolls and sausages, that should be just enough. Okay, so the unit is in ounces. Let me change it. It's in pounds, milliliters, fluid ounces. There we go. Now it's in grams. But what I also have to do is I gotta put a bowl on it, and then I gotta click tare. Now what tare does is it essentially, like, I put this on it, right? It sets it as weight, but if I click tare, it turns to 0. So this doesn't really count as weight anymore, even though it has weight. Just resets the numbers. It's easier to measure stuff using a bowl. There we go. Now it's at 0. Now we're gonna add 50 to 70 grams of protein. Pasta, my bad. Actually, you know what? Let me open these blinds. Okay. There we go. That should bring in more light, which is Gonna make the video quality better, and sunlight is always a good thing, to be fair. Now this is for all the bread we have here to reduce the... That was weird, my phone just randomly stopped filming. Anyways, but it also serves as a privacy sort of filter. You know? But anyways, where'd I put the pasta? There it is. We put, you know, if it's gonna be like, if I put 70 grams in and it's like just a little bit of macaroni left, I'm just gonna put it in anyway because it's such a small amount, you know? Turns out the small amount was actually a decent amount, 111 grams of macaroni. So let's take half back. Okay, so we're gonna have 60 grams. So that's 111 minus 60 grams. So we're gonna have a little under 50 grams left for next time. But we could try and mix it in with this, even though it's a different type of pasta. It's the same brand and the same type. It's just a different shape. Plus there's barely any of it left. Also the time difference for cooking is 1 minute. But it's never the time they say, it's always a little less. So yeah, keep that in mind. Anyways, we get rid of our scale, you know, make sure to turn it off before putting it back in its place. There you go. Whoa. Hold on, let me just, there we go. Now we're also going to do a good old thing of moving the camera. So you can actually see what I'm doing. There you go. So we're gonna get ourselves a pot that is big enough for the macaroni, which this should be, you know, good enough. It's big enough. Don't need to go bigger than this for, you know, 60 grams. Now I always like to use warm water so the water boils faster. So we take up less time cooking and, you know, it will be smoother sailing from there. I've set our pot filled with warm water on here, and then we turn on the stove. I always set it to max, you know, temperature, because I mean, you want it to boil, right? You want it to be as fast as possible, so you just set the highest number. Now we're gonna get ourselves another pot that for some reason has some water in it, so let's just dump that out. I always like to make sure that I just like see if they can fit. They'll definitely fit. Now these have some weird instructions. You have to put it in into, you know, cold water and wait for it to boil, and then you can take it out. So anyways, for the spring rolls, we have, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 spring rolls. So that's 200 grams worth of spring rolls. So basically half of what the original content was. That's not too bad, I think. Anyways, let's get, oh yeah, let me just move you. So let's look at how long this takes to make. Oh wow, the cardboard is wet, so it's just falling apart. Just trying to read. Where's my knife? Ah, there it is. So if it's this, you gotta do it 220 Celsius, which we can't do. We only go to 200. 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, that's good. It's not bad at all, actually. Let's get our baking paper. Conveniently, it's already cut. Why is it wet? Why is this wet? Why didn't no one clean this? Last person that used it didn't clean it, so let me just get a paper towel. I'm gonna take care of this mischievous behavior myself for some reason. Even though we all should clean up after ourselves and not after each other. Oh yeah, fun fact, do not use metal, sharp metal, knives, maybe even forks, inside of an air fryer, because you could potentially scratch the metal, and that could cause the Teflon, I think, covering here to get damaged and potentially go onto your food, and they are forever chemicals. If you don't scratch it, if you just use a paper towel like me, you should be just fine. Or if you have, plastic forks and knives, they'll also be just fine. Just, even if you do use a fork or, let's say, a spatula, just try to be gentle. Try not to scrape on the walls too much, Try to avoid it as much as possible. Like in a video game, it's like, it's an object you shouldn't touch, because if you do, you'll lose the game. But in this case, you'll lose health in real life. So yeah, be careful. Anyways, put our baking paper inside. There we go. And we're gonna put in our sprinkles. Oh god, there's a lot of broken chunks. I'm just gonna try to be careful by just ripping the box and just taking them out one by one. The reason why is because I don't want tiny little chunks get in there. It'll be harder to clean. Plus, they usually get burnt anyway, so kind of pointless. It's 4. Stop moving, please. There we go. We're gonna add 4 more. My mom said you can either go out to eat for like $10 to a Chinese restaurant, or make yourself a lasagna at home. I took the longest route possible, which is pasta. Oh, water's gonna boil soon. So let me just get another pot, fill with water. Cold water this time for the sausages. Then I'm just gonna set it on the, what is this called? Staduni, pretty much. So the reason why I'm not just dumping them out and trying
Oh my
to
god, Shimote, you pooped on the floor again.
oh shit.
There's poop all over. Shame on you.
Anyways, basically the reason why I gotta pull out the sausages like this is because there's actually a little bit of water inside every time. You spill a little bit on the counter. So yeah, just be careful. Water in here. Don't mention it anywhere, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, let me get this towel. Clean it up. Oh, I accidentally turned it off. Let me turn it back on. There we go. Clean it up so it won't get dirty. Clean as you go. That's a good idea. Anyways, air fryer. This air fryer is pretty simple to use. It's got a digital display and everything. So, put it in, I press the power, then I set the Celsius to 200, the max it goes, thank God. And then I set the time to 11 minutes. And if we need to do more, we'll just do more. Easy as that. Now, as we let that work, we have to now focus on the pots. Because you see, that water is starting to boil, right? So that means we have to give it some focus. AKA, putting the macaroni in. Starting to boil. We can let it rest for a little longer before putting in the pasta. Close that so it doesn't affect the wood too much here. Wait. cover the other one with sausages. Hopefully this is the correct one. I think it is. This is pretty much, this is pretty much boiling at this point. So, put our pasta in. Get a good old spoon. Just stir it a bit so it doesn't grip on the bottom of the you know what I mean. So it just doesn't grip on the bottom and gets stuck there, and then you have to scrape it out painfully. There you go. Okay. So now is the hardest thing to do. Wait. I mean, you gotta wait. Every now and then you should actually stir your pasta so it doesn't grip on the bottom. Let's see what I also have in the fridge. I have sauces. This will be useful for the sausages, but only the sausages. Some pesto for the pasta, and unluckily nothing for the spring rolls. That's a shame. Let's see what else is in here. We also have a fruit snack. So it's basically it's a mix of apple, mango, passion fruit, and banana. You can just drink it. It's a bit of a thick, liquid, but it tastes pretty good, and it's currently cold, which is going to be good on such a hot day, combined with, boiling water, the air fryer, even more boiling water. So don't forget to stir it. Every minute or two, make sure to stir the pasta to reduce the chances of it just sticking to the bottom. Anyways, while we wait, why don't we have a drink? I'll tell you how it tastes. This is a fruit snack by Neutrino Lab, not sponsored. And the mix in here is apple, mango, passion fruit, and banana. Oh, the aftertaste is bad. I'm tasting like a spoiled strawberry in the aftertaste. The initial taste, great. The initial taste, however, is really good, but the aftertaste kind of spoils it, Yeah. So this is actually the most fun-looking one. The colors are really fun. It's like a bright, warm colors, inviting, and these nice colors on the bottom. It looks really nice, but the aftertaste isn't. It's like you started here and then you're here at the end. It's like, ugh. So let's just put that in the fridge for now, and we'll get back to it. We'll probably drink it while eating this. It's a nice source of vitamins and fruits if you don't want to eat fruit because you're lazy. Despite eating all this. I don't know. It's just, 7 minutes on the air fryer. That was quick. That was 4 minutes already. Okay, so let's get ourselves a fork. And also, make sure to stir this. I almost forgot about it. Because they will stick. They will not hesitate. Okay, let's check the sausage. Sausage is looking soft. It's bending a lot more than before, so that should mean the sausage is done. Because the water is also boiling. So let me just move this aside. Turn off this side. And just take it off. Now we're not just gonna try and take out the sausages while it's still covered in a crap ton of water. We're gonna do a good old trick of just get rid of the water, bro. Now this is a simple tool. It helps, if you try to just get rid of all the water without this, and you're just unlucky, and one of your sausages does fall, it's gonna fall into even dirtier water because who knows if this is clean. Just in case. Anyways, now we lift it up. Lift up the pot. And there you go. I usually try to get all the water out. That's just how I am. Oh, that was close. I mean, I know we have the safety guard, but still, I don't want to fall in. Okay. That is definitely cooked. Okay, what now we do with this pot is just, you're just dumping in the sink. It's not oil, it's just hot water with sausages. So it's sausage water. What you doing, Gary? You got a hot dog. Now make sure to clean this as well. You know, rinse it with water. So it doesn't smell like sausages for the next person, you know, when they use this. You know, potentially use it. Or if you're gonna use it in the future, you never know. Okay. Now the problem with cooking sausages and macaroni is none. But combining those two with spring rolls is a bit weird. You know, you're combining different foods, like different nationality foods together. And that, yeah, that's a bit weird, but you know. There ain't really any good food in the house other than lasagna, but I ain't eating a kilo of that. Kilo. Ah. Spicy. Okay, let's see if the pasta's. Oh no, that's still rough. No way that's done. Let's leave it for 2 more minutes. Because the air fryer is also not done. The air fryer is on 4 minutes. So, looks like the spring rolls are going to take the longest. Even though I was procrastinating on finishing that soon because I was worried that, no. Finishing that would be a bad idea. Because I thought this would take longer, but apparently that's going to take longer. Always make sure to clean up, just in case. Why are my skull scissors here? What the hell, man? Put that aside. And we can just dump the. Oh no, there's still a little bit of water, so. Speedrun. Speedrun. Speedrun 2. Speedrun 5. Okay, let me just. The hell? That's a bit concerning, but okay. Anyways, alright, I'm trying to move the sausages aside as much as possible so there's room for the spring rolls. And that should be the macaroni. I get it. Let's try one, see if it's ready. How? There's water inside the macaroni. I hate this. But yeah, that should be ready. God damn it! I burnt my tongue. Now I'm gonna feel that for like 2 or 3 days, and the food quality is gonna be worse now. No! Why'd you do this to me? Anyways, we can also reuse this pot from earlier that we used for our sausages. Since we did rinse it with water, should be just fine if we reuse it for the macaroni. Whoa. 1 minute on the spring rolls. Always make sure to shake them around, because you never know, there's going to be water inside the macaroni like earlier. Oh, it's ready. This is off. Okay, now the air fry is also ready, so let's just dump the macaroni into our bowl here. Yep, definitely done. I'm gonna just put this back in the sink and rinse it for water again. That's just, you know, not really necessary, because macaroni doesn't really have a taste on other objects, you know, the smell getting onto other objects. But it's always good to rinse it, just in case something, you know, a small chunk of it fell off into the bowl somehow. And you just want to make sure that it's clean. Jesus, the smell of sausages is really strong. Okay, spring rolls are done. 11 minutes was definitely enough. Ooh, it smells pretty nice. Okay, let's just set it onto our thing. Forgot what it's called somehow. And let's carefully try and grab them out. Oh, this one had the... How does that make sense? Anyway, this one had some of the, you know, vegetables get out. I don't know what type of spring roll it is. I think it's vegetable. Vegetarian. Okay. Boom. And boom. And boom. And one more boom. Boom. Okay, there we go. It's very weird having sausages and spring rolls on the same plate, but hey, whatever. Should be fine. Now let me try the sausage first. That's a really good sausage. Wow. That is not bad at all. Alright, the pesto. The macaroni. Here it is. Still pretty new. Make sure to mix it, because sometimes there's a little bit of oil that ends up on top. Conservante. Just want to mix it so you just don't end up with just pure oil and pesto. Mix it into the pesto. Much better that way. Barely any macaroni, that's why I barely added any pesto. Make sure the ratio between macaroni and pesto is even as much as possible. Because if you have too much pesto, you're gonna leave a lot of it on the bowl. Even if you try to scrape it, it's not gonna work too well. Same goes for too little pesto. It's not gonna be enough for all the macaroni, so it's just not gonna go on the macaroni. Then you're gonna struggle to get it out. You know? Move this fork here. What? Okay then. Oh, almost in the spring rolls. Ooh. If you're also wondering what this is a ketchup and mayo combination sauce by Zvezda. It's actually pretty neat. I don't have to mix in the mayonnaise and ketchup myself. It's already done for me. And the price is actually really good. Competitive. So, we will now set this aside for cleaning later. Luckily, actually no, you don't even need to use water or anything. You can just use a paper towel, because barely any of it escaped from this baking paper. So we put that in the trash, grab ourselves another paper towel, and just scrape it. Be careful, because this is still hot. So I don't recommend you trying this immediately after cooking. But hey, I don't want to deal with it later because I know I'm not gonna want to do it later. Even the top sometimes has a little bit of oil. So make sure that there isn't any, but just wiping over it just in case. There you go. And just put it back in the air fryer. Put the paper towel in the trash, and there you go. You got yourselves a American, Chinese, Italian lunch. Actually, I don't know if sausages are American. I don't know, man. I used to think burgers were American, but then I found out they're actually German. They originated from Hamburg, a city in Germany. And another not so fun fact, the Austrian painter that, failed art school, my mom actually thought he was from Germany. So she was like, actually, he's not from Austria, he's German. I was like, no. Anyway. Anyways, just set that down, turn on the light. That's not the right light. My hand's getting too big. There we go. There you go. Instead of... Alright, let's also open the blinds. Extra light. And extra breathability. There you go. Let's also open up these blinds. And that didn't add as much visibility as that window, but hey, that's a way bigger window than this one. Plus, there's that. Anyways, time to eat our spring rolls that were definitely, gonna get me on some watch list in Asia. Sausages, they'll definitely get me on some watch list. This. And macaroni, they'll definitely get me on an Italian mafia watch list. But damn, is it good.